Look, guys, it's rose hips. They're starting to turn colors now. It's about time to harvest these puppies and use them for winter tinctures and making rose water, that sort of thing. And the reason I know these are rose hips because the county came through. That's a privet hanging down. The county came through and just totally hashed this plant. It's my wild rose where I like to harvest leaves for tea or petals for tea. And you can see there's some rose petals down here. Anyway, it's a wild rose, and they came through and hashed it. So the only reason I know it is because it's where I already harvest the wild roses anyway. Today I want to talk to you about excuses. It's so easy to make excuses. And I hear people making them all the time, and they don't think they're making an excuse. You know, like, I didn't finish the thing because I got tired. And then, or my dad died or something. And those are reasons, and they are excuses. And sometimes you have an excuse that's good enough for you to not do a thing. But a lot of times what we do is we just have kind of, I don't wanna. And then we find a reason not to do it. And then we use that reason in our head and justify it as an excuse to not do it. But the thing is this, if you're moving your life forward, sometimes there are things you don't really want to do that need to happen. Sometimes there are hard things. Like, if I want to not die of diabetes and a heart condition, I need to get exercise every day. And I need to lose about another 20 pounds. And if I don't take this walk every morning, then I'm not going to do that, right? Because I know if I get up and walk, I get my whole walk in, I get my head clear, I get more done during the day. But when I'm sitting there in bed and it's all warm in bed, it's all cold outside, do I want to go on the walk? Nah. No, I want to stay in bed. And so then I start finding reasons not to go on the walk, or I figure out how I'm going to schedule it later in the day. And I mean, sometimes if I'm fighting a cold, I'll let it pass, but it has to be sometimes, not all the time, because otherwise just making excuses for why, right? Same thing goes with getting that proposal in to a client, or roasting all the orders for the day, or telling that person you were wrong when you were wrong, because we're all wrong sometimes. But when we get in the heat of the moment, it's easy to justify why we're right, isn't it? And then we have an excuse about why you can't go back and fix it. I was on Unloose the Goose last night, episode 13. Somebody called me out in the comments about the language I was using, saying I shouldn't blame things on COVID. I should blame it on the government's reaction to COVID. And my first instinct was like, in my head, I was like, F you, man, right? And then I didn't say anything. I thought about it. I was like, actually, basically that's right. It's not the disease. It's society's reaction to the disease, government instilling unreasonable responses to it, and then not wavering when the data changes, right? So yeah, that person was right, and I was just making excuses in my head about why I was right for a minute there. So I just got to be thinking about excuses today and how much we have to do here at Hollow Roast. Kickstart Hollow Roast has passed 25,000. Woo! Thanks, everybody. We're 5,000 away from our big, hairy, audacious goal of 30,000. And we've got, I think, 5 days to do it. It's $1,000 a day. If you want to help me out, let your friends know about it. $40 gets you 2 pounds of coffee, purchased in advance, for example. If anybody likes coffee, I'd say it's worth a $40 risk, wouldn't you? Anyway, if you're interested in my channel, hit subscribe and stop making excuses.